Folks, we are back. Now, this is technically speaking, this is the second episode we're recording. However, this is going to air on Saturday night, April the 12th. This is the next battle in the Cartoon Classic. This is the official start of the first round, the round of 14. So this officially starts right now. Wild card is done. Rugrats advanced to the wild card. They're going to face Scooby-Doo. Simpsons advance to the wild card. They're going to face X-Men the Animated Series, which some people might think should be a semifinal or a final. You're getting it in the first round. Eric, did you put a hat on for this episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? I can't.
Oh, you changed your outfit, even though I just admitted that we're recording this the same day.
Yeah.
I might change my shirt though for the next episode, just so it doesn't look like I'm going to be biased.
We can restart it anytime if we mess up.
Yeah. So, all right. Also, Super Mario Brothers Super Show advanced to the first round in the wild card by defeating the Justice League. They're going to face Rocket Power in round one. And last week, officially, because this is airing on April 12th, last week, SpongeBob SquarePants beat Garfield and Friends. So SpongeBob is going to advance. They're going to face Heathcliff. Now, this is the first match of the first round. So it's going to start to get even more serious now. Of course, this is the Cartoon Classic here on When Toons Combine. I, of course, am your host, Dutchie, joined as always by my faithful squad, MoneyE.
What's up?
Dave.
Let's get it.
And Shawn.
Hello.
All right. So the band is here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. This is a big one, in my opinion, because these are two cartoons to where both of them probably should advance to the next round.
Both
but
only
one of them's
in
gonna.
their own right.
Huh?
Both are very popular in their own right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, one of them is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. One of them is one of Eric's favorite cartoons of all time. Don't worry, this is not going to affect mine and Eric's marriage. Just in case, I think Shaw just threw up whatever he was eating. So don't worry about that. We're still going to be the same bickering couple we were before this episode aired, but it is Pokemon versus the real Ghostbusters. This is one that, I'm sure we've been looking forward to for a while now. When I found out that this was going to be one of the matchups like a few weeks ago, and I was just like, oh boy.
This is a good matchup.
Yeah. So again, probably could have been saved for, a matchup in a later round, but we have it here. We do the heavy hitting matchups early on. Not that I'm going to say that Rugrats versus Super Mario Brothers Super Show is going to be the final, but you never know with us. Especially when we have a wild card in our panel.
Let's go.
Yeah. That would be Dave, by the way, for anybody that for any of our newer viewers. So, all right. 7 categories: theme song, animation quality, originality and creativity, characters, episodes, humor and entertainment value, cultural impact and legacy. We got, and now first show to 4 category wins is gonna win this thing. It is technically best of 7, obviously. So first to 4 is gonna win it. I'm gonna go off on my little tangents about each category. They're gonna, and then the guys are gonna say which show did it better. Now, again, even though some of us may favor one over the other, we are going to be impartial. If you don't believe me about the impartiality, watch last week's episode. Even though Eric wanted to smash his head up against his computer desk, he was still impartial, and SpongeBob won. He was crying when he SpongeBob the last category, but he still awarded SpongeBob the category because we are professional-ish, and we try to remain objective.
I will say, if this got to 7, it's gonna be interesting to see where
Cultural impact and legacy, like that's the final category, and I don't know who I'd give the edge to.
Yeah, I actually hope he does get to that.
That's tough for this one.
Yeah. So, all right. Before we get to category 7, let's go to category 1, because 1 comes before 7, unless you're doing a countdown and going backwards. Theme song. All right. Like last week's episode, 2 shows that have theme songs with words in it. 2 shows that have theme songs that people like to sing along to.
Yep.
2 theme songs that, both very... Huh?
Could be ringtones.
Exactly.
Probably ringtones for a lot of people.
Yep.
I would not be surprised. Both very upbeat. Both also have pretty good action sequences in their intros.
It's going to be our toughest matchup, I think.
Yeah. So I would lead along in a sing along here for both songs, but I don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm not going to do that. And plus, my singing voice will crack my brother's computer screen.
No, come on, we want to hear it. Serenade us.
I did. No. So, all right. So, category 1. Dave, I'm going to start with you. Who takes it?
Theme song, I'm going to give it to Pokemon. I mean, I just enjoy the theme song better. I mean, Ghostbusters really had a good theme song too, but I resonate more with the Pokemon one.
Okay. Fair enough. Shawn. I think he took his he took his plate to the kitchen.
Yep. Nope. I'm here.
All right.
Pokemon.
All right.
All day, every day. I don't know. It's just more catchy to me. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I have the theme song in my head right now.
Yep.
So I already know which way. So Eric, it doesn't necessarily count, but go ahead.
Pokemon.
All right.
Gotta catch them all.
I mean, my 2-year-old loves it. He sees that pull across the Netflix screen. He go Pika, Pika,
Pika, Pika, Pika.
Yeah. So, all right. So Pokemon draws first blood. I don't think this is going to be a sweep though.
No.
But we'll see. We'll get there. All right. Animation quality. Ghostbusters 1986, Pokemon 1999. Well,
Similar to last week.
Technically, I think that it started in Japan sooner than that. But
yeah,
in the States,
Pocket Monsters.
Yeah, in the States it started in '99. So obviously a lot of difference in the animation, but both had very good anime. It's Pokemon is more of an anime. Got that Japanese anime style. Ghostbusters, was created by the company DIC. So, both very different, but both very good animation styles. Ghostbusters was very good for being created in the mid 80s. Pokemon, a lot of people like that Japanese anime style.
Yeah.
Eric,
Sir.
what say you?
This is tough. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Pokemon. Just
Okay.
slight edge. So I think they were both good quality animation for especially Ghostbusters for the time that it came out.
Okay. Dave, let's go to you.
Yeah, for animation quality, you got to give it to Pokemon. I mean, all the different abilities and the way, different Pokemon are flying and going underground and stuff like that. I mean, you just got to give it to them. I mean, they did a pretty amazing job with that.
Okay, fair enough. Shawn, it doesn't count, but go ahead.
Pokemon. Same reasons, like the battle scenes and everything. The way
And you got all types.
the Pokemon, yeah, like different types of Pokemon. You got air, water, land. Some are bugs, some are like rock, and I just think it was more unique.
Okay. All right. Ghostbusters is struggling. But then again, Garfield was earlier as well. Came back, or Garfield was last week as well, but came back. I mean, they still lost, but
And they came back and made it a series.
Yeah. All right. The next category is originality and creativity.
Ooh.
Now, Pokemon was, again, based off a Japanese anime, Pocket Monsters, but still, there were, and also based off a card game. Ghostbusters was based off a movie. All right, it was a continuation of the Ghostbusters movie from 1984. Now, even though that movie was technically rated R, they made it into a kid's cartoon. So, and there's a lot of creativity, with with Pokemon and the battles and the different Pokemon that came out there, which we'll talk about in characters. And a young man wanting to be a Pokemon master and having to deal with these evil siblings, and he have his friends and all the different adventures they had to go to. Real Ghostbusters and the creativity there with with Slimer and being their mascot and helping them out. And so a lot of creativity from both shows. As far as originality goes, though, like I said, they were both based off different things.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Well, I won't have you go first. Shawn, I'm going to let you go first this time around.
I got it. I'll give it to the Ghostbusters. I think it was a little more challenging to come up with a concept for that type of show than it was for Pokemon, because Pokemon was primarily battles.
Right.
So it wasn't hard to come up with, battle scenarios as much as it would be like, okay, now what ghost is going to come into this part of the show? What is his traits going to be like? How are they going to find them? And, I think it took more creativity to make the Ghostbusters watchable.
Right. All right. Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give the creativity to Ghostbusters as well.
Yep. You can sweep it to Doug.
Huh?
I was going to say I was leaning Ghostbusters, so I'm going to take Ghostbusters.
Okay. So, Eric, that kind of took the pressure off you because you said it was tough, and then these two guys just...
No, I was leaning that way anyway.
Yeah. All right. So Ghostbusters are climbing their way back in. It is 2-1. Next category is characters. Pokemon, you have Ash, Brock, Misty, Team Rocket. You have all the Pokemon. You have Pikachu. You have
Charmander, Charizard,
right?
Yep.
Squirtle, Mewtwo,
Jigglypuff.
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
You got Lucario. You got Rayquaza. I
Yo,
mean,
yo.
I could list them off for days, boys.
Low-key, Lucario is the best Pokemon in the world.
Dude, I got a card of him, dude. I'll have to send you a picture of the card I got of Lucario. It's sick.
So, and then Real Ghostbusters, you have Peter Venkman, who, we talked last week. The man who voiced him also voiced Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
You have Ray Stantz. You have Winston Zettermore, Egon Spankler. You have Janine, the receptionist. You have Slimer, their mascot. You have all the monsters that they have to face. Different monster every episode. So, both shows have quite the eclectic cast of characters. So, Eric, we'll start with you this first one.
I'm gonna give it
Not
to
the first one, but what was that, Eric?
I'm gonna give it to Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I think their characters were more, especially because they came from a movie too. I think they're maybe not more recognized, but more. I just give them a slight edge because I think they had more people that talked and.
Right. All right. Wild card?
Characters, I'm going to have to go with Pokemon. I mean, not only do you have, the people, you have the Pokemon as well themselves that people are fans of. Like, I have favorite Pokemon, so like, and everybody that watches Pokemon has a different favorite Pokemon. I mean, Some people have the same. So, I mean, the characters are on there have lasted forever.
I mean, mine's gonna be Squirtle.
Squirtle? I'm a Charmander guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
hey, your type defeats my type, so.
well, gotta win one every once in a while.
Yeah.
All right, Shawn.
I'm picking Pokemon. Same reasons, like you got all the Pokemon but you also got a bunch of human characters, and I mean every Pokemon has their own unique voice, and it's not hard to gain sympathy or like a liking to Pokemon as it is only being selected to the 4 Ghostbusters and the receptionists.
And you got a talking Pokemon in Meowth.
Yeah. And Team Rocket, they're hilarious.
It's same intro every episode, and there's been a few episodes to where Ash and Misty, because they do the intro every time they appear in the room.
Yeah.
Every time they appear on.
And it's not even the right one that they're supposed to say, apparently. There's an episode in, I think, the first season where they run into a different Team Rocket. I can't remember their names, but they're like, no, you guys say that wrong. That's why the director doesn't like you. And I never knew that until we started watching it again.
So, but yeah. So, all right, we have Pokemon has won 3 categories thus far. Ghostbusters has won 1. Pokemon wins the next category. Then they win. Then they win the matchup. Next category is episodes. So I thought that this was going to be a tough one, but Pokemon's kicking some tail. Apparently Danielle disagrees with me. If she was watching the show, she wouldn't.
Yeah, sorry, she's loud.
So, all right.
It's funny how that just happened simultaneously.
Yeah. What? Somebody saying no after I said something? Yeah, it's funny how that happens because that happens a lot. After I make a statement and somebody's like, no!
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah. So, all right. Episodes is the next category, maybe the final category if Pokemon takes this category home. Then this probably will be our shortest episode.
I mean, we can still continue. Oh no, we had in that another.
I mean, well, no, we would just, if we wanted to, we could pick a different. Well, no, we're not going to continue the categories.
Okay.
If that's what you mean.
Yeah.
So
I was interested to see what would happen with legacy and stuff.
Yeah. We might not know. So, all right. Episodes. Both cartoons had their fair share of great episodes. The pilot for Pokemon, where Ash woke up late and he didn't think he was going to get a Pokemon, and he got Pikachu, and Pikachu looked at him like he was an underwear stain. Like he didn't want to.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing to do with him.
He fried him a bunch of times.
Yeah. And then, there's the episode where where Ash first came across Misty and stole her bike.
And then when he met Brock at the gym, and, was battling him, and he trained his Pikachu to be stronger than an Onix.
I might get hate for this or slap for this, but Doug, Misty reminds me of somebody we both know.
Does her name start with an L?
Yes.
Is she your boss?
Yes.
All right. I can see it, but I don't. Like, there's other cartoon characters that I think she reminds me a lot more of. Not that her being compared to Misty is a bad thing. I don't think he'll get fired over it, but
probably not.
Or at least I hope not.
It would be funny.
Yeah, mainly because we're not making money on this show yet.
No, not yet.
All right. And then, there's, think of all the episodes where Jigglypuff showed up and he does the Jigglypuff, and, you get
the episode with Charmander's tail.
Yeah.
The Squirtle episode where they're all in the group with the
other Squirtles.
The other Squirtles, and they're working with Ash and Team Rocket because it's whatever deal is working better for them at the time.
Yep.
They're all wearing their shades.
Then we got the episodes of the real Ghostbusters, including, the episode where they have to deal with the Sandman, and the Sandman puts everybody to sleep. But Janine, in her sleep, defeats the Sandman. Because there's episodes, too, where, like, it focuses on each Ghostbuster, not just them, but also focuses on Janine. There's episodes that focus on Slimer, like the episode where Slimer runs away and then he almost gets dragged into a cult of other monsters, of other spirits. And sometimes, Slimer and Janine have to be the heroes instead of the Ghostbusters. Just like in different episodes of Pokemon where there's each episode is about a different Pokemon.
Yeah.
So both shows have very unique episodes. There's the episode where Ray of Ghostbusters, where Ray goes back to his hometown because he's going to be like the chairman of a parade or something, and then he runs into an old rival who makes a fool out of him. But then that rival, can't control the ghost that he summoned. And, Ray does become the hero. So, like I said, both shows had very unique episodes. So, Shawn, who gets the edge?
I don't know. I gotta stick with Pokemon. I was just more intrigued. Like I could watch more Pokemon than I could of the Ghostbusters.
Right.
Probably just mainly because they're just more entertaining.
Okay.
There's more going on, and I'm not really big into like I don't know if you would classify Ghostbusters as like almost a horror genre. But
I mean, it kind of, but not really, because it was, the cartoon was meant for kids.
yeah. So yeah, I'll stick to Pokemon.
All right, Eric.
I'm gonna say Pokemon. I watched more Pokemon than Ghostbusters, so it's just the same logic I did last week.
All right, Dave. It doesn't matter, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Pokemon. It's a sweep on this.
All right, one of the more anticipated battles in this tournament has just ended 4-1 for Pokemon.
Wow.
They obliterated them.
I didn't expect that. I expected at least.
I expected it to go a full 7. I mean, it's the way it is. I mean, it's your guys' opinion. I'm disappointed that, one of my favorite cartoons isn't moving on any further, but, they got beat by a better show.
Yeah.
And not to say that it's a way better show, it's just that we liked it a little better than Ghostbusters.
I mean, if there were different judges on here, it would probably go a different way. Well, depending on the age of the judges.
True.
But Pokemon got the win 4-1, so we did not have to go through humor and entertainment value or cultural impact and legacy.
I guess we're gonna keep that a secret. What would have been if it went 3-3, and what would have been the tie? What would have been the win? Unless you want me to ask you guys that.
You want to ask it? Go ahead.
You want to ask what I would have picked?
Yeah.
For culture and legacy?
For cultural impact and legacy.
Ooh.
I'm curious.
See, that's the one I had a really tough time deciding because, like everyone knows Ghostbusters and it's still relevant to this day. But so is Pokemon, and it's still going. And people walk around on their phones with Pokemon and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to lean.
Still video games, but for Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lean towards Pokemon. There's so much around it. Okay. I mean, there's such a big fan following. Like, people play a game on their phone on Pokemon and go travel the world just to catch different Pokemon. Like, that's insane. That's insane. But I mean, go ahead, do you, if that's what you like doing. Like, I played the game, but I ain't going to travel to different places just for Pokemon. No, but hey, you get to see the world.
People still play Pokemon in the game.
Yeah. I got that on my Android. I got the Android's like a GBA simulator, and I play Pokemon to this day.
Yeah, people still go to card tournaments and play it.
Right.
Oh yeah, I collect cards, man. I got a whole dresser full of cards and binder.
All right. Well, Eric, what would you have picked?
I would have picked Pokemon Slight Edge, very slight, because I recognize that Ghostbusters is very popular too.
The only if I were, and again, I'm not judging, nor was I the judge. The only category that I thought that Ghostbusters had a clear advantage over Pokemon in, besides originality and creativity, which they did win, I thought that they would take humor and entertainment value.
Fair enough.
Fair
It did
enough.
have some good humor.
Yeah. So, Shawn,
I think the Pokemon with the like action and like different battles and not knowing like what Pokemon you're gonna see in the battles and whatnot,
yeah,
and what abilities, like they could evolve mid battle in the show and stuff like that. So it was like the entertainment in there was pretty exciting.
right. Shawn, in cultural impact and legacy, what show would you have given the advantage to?
Pokemon all day.
Okay.
The card game, the card collection alone.
All right. So we've had, again, this is the first matchup of the first round officially. Again, I thought it was going to go 7. It went 5. Pokemon wins at 4-1. We do not know who they're going to face in the next round, because this was seed number 8, which was Pokemon, taking on seed number 9, which was the Ghostbusters. So the way it could end up facing, like they could either, depending on if any of the wild card seeds, which are seeds 11 through 14, if they beat like seeds 3 through 6, then, you know, obviously Pokemon could face one of them. Or it could end up being Pokemon and Ninja Turtles in the next round. If Ninja Turtles beats Biker Mice. I don't want to say that Biker Mice doesn't have a shot. We're going to find that out next week.
Yep.
April 19th episode is going to be Biker Mice from Mars versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And that's another one of your favorites.
Yeah. By the way, the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I think we already all knew anyway, but
yeah,
just for people keeping score at home. But that is next week. Anybody got anything else they want to say here before we sign off and then, you know, do whatever we got to do? Because we are recording Ninja Turtles and Biker Mice next, because it is going to be pre-recorded.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Both shows have legacy, both in their own way. Both have a set of fan bases that are passionate. I know you're very passionate about Ghostbusters, though.
I am, but again, like I'm not one of those. Like I'm not going to be one of those guys that comes at you guys for what you pick.
Were you more Ninja Turtles or Ghostbusters?
Huh?
You're more Ninja Turtles or Ghostbusters?
I'm more into Turtles.
Okay.
Who's your favorite turtle?
My favorite turtle?
Yeah.
It's either Raphael or Michelangelo. I probably lean more towards Michelangelo because he's more. Raphael has my sense of humor, but Michelangelo, I feel like, just brings a lot more humor and entertainment value, I think, to the table.
Yeah.
I see that.
But yeah, so like, yeah, I am into Ghostbusters, but I mean, the fact that they made it into the tournament, I mean, Pokemon's a better show. In a lot of people's eyes. So it'll be interesting to see who Pokemon has to face in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, and we'll go through the list real quick of who's all still in this thing. All right. You know, at this very moment. All right. Heathcliff is still in it. Rocket Power's still in it. X-Men, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Ninja Turtles, Biker Mice from Mars, Rugrats, Super Mario Brothers Super Show, and Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Simpsons, and SpongeBob. All right, you look at all those cartoons that are still in it, and like we just like Pokemon against any of them could be a toss-up. I mean, Simpsons would probably beat Pokemon. Scooby-Doo might have an edge over Pokemon, but Pokemon against some of the shows in there, like Pokemon could make it into the semifinals.
Yeah.
But you know, it's going to take us a few weeks to figure out which one they're going to face, but
probably won't find out until May.
Probably not. So, all right, gentlemen. So that does it for this episode. Again, check out Wrestling Through the Years. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to the When Toons Combine YouTube channel, the Wrestling Through the Years YouTube channel. Check out Eric on the Unscripted Sports Show. Check out Mindy and Dangle on the Stabcast that airs on Sundays. We are around, usually around 7 o'clock Eastern time on Saturday nights for this show, for the Cartoon Classic, on When Toons Combine. Check out Shawn at TCAX Reaper on Twitch and YouTube. Dave is TCAX Godsent 95 on Twitch. And, you know, we'll see everybody next week. Like I said, next week will be Biker Mice from Mars versus Ninja Turtles. And we'll see everybody next week.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Eric?
I was going to say, these two and me will be doing NHL predictions for the playoffs tomorrow, which is the 13th. So.
You're going to do it on April 13th?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to join, you can join.
Okay. I might.
Mm.
All right. So we'll see everybody next week.
Yep.
Let's get it.